Hey, peace, what's up, y'all? Yours truly, D Prime 215 here. If you're watching, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to your boy. I'd appreciate that. For this video, talking about Kazuchika Okada. This is not the newest of news, but I'm just now getting around to it because I have the time. So, during the end, towards the end of Kazuchika Okada's run with New Japan Pro Wrestling, it was announced that he would not be re-signing with the company and he would be leaving, which left more or less two major options on the table. WWE or AEW, and I made videos talking about like where he would go, like where he could go, where I would like for him to go, and so I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about his decision to go to AEW. The order I go in, I don't know, just follow me on this, right? So when I made those videos, my thing was, again, I'm looking at it from the outside looking in. Slightly preference, but again, like I don't know that man's personal life inside and out. Whatever he has to do, that's his business, right? So initially I was saying that I felt Okada going to AEW would make more sense based off of how Shinsuke Nakamura was treated in WWE. It's pretty objective. We could all see that Nakamura had a very, outside of NXT, had a lot of it was like hot, cold, start, stop sort of runs. I don't really know who's to blame for that, but it didn't really work out the way that I think most of us would have liked for it to work out for Shinsuke Nakamura. Jobbing to Jinder Mahal, I would hope wasn't in his job description. Jobbing to him multiple times, then losing at WrestleMania 38. The list goes on, and the situation, that whole feud with AJ Styles was that was painful, man. For those of us who lived through that, it was painful. So that was a big reason why I didn't want Okada to go to WWE at first, because I'm just like, I don't want them to make him Nakamura 2.0. So I vouched for AEW because I'm like, he has a lot of friends there. He's worked with a lot of people in AEW before they went to AEW, and the whole New Japan and AEW thing, and the fact that Okada, his English is not convincing enough for a promo, that they could work with him there. That'd be totally fine for him. And then over time, I started thinking WWE could make more sense, but my main reasoning with WWE, aside from the media training that they could give them, how they could play around the language barrier, like right now with Shinsuke, they're letting him talk in Japanese and they give him subtitles, stuff like that. So I'm like, there's ways they could work around that. Have him learn the WWE system. Some of the matches I'd love to see him there, see him have there, like versus Seth Rollins, versus Gunther, Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker. I'm drawing a blank. Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker. Man, I just had it at the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the guy's name. But anyway, there's a number of matches that he could have had there. And it's like, all right, that's an option in and of itself. But the main reason I thought he would go to WWE was because of how emotional he was acting when he was leaving New Japan. I'm like, if he's leaving New Japan to go to AEW, why would he be so emotional, so on and so forth? He's just going to see those guys, again, not too far. They'll probably still be working some of the same shows. So anyway, it's official. Okada, he's obviously in AEW right now. How I feel about the whole thing. So he was brought into AEW, and essentially the Bucks, they kicked Kenny Omega out of the Elite. Not on screen, Kenny Omega, he's injured right now. So, they put Okada in what appears to be Omega's spot. And the Elite, the Young Bucks in particular, I'm not sure if I said that or not. But the Young Bucks, they put him in that spot. So, Okada and the Bucks, they go back very, very far. Back to when Okada was on excursion with New Japan, back in TNA when he was Okato. A very traumatic time for all of us. I say us because, we watched it, and, we all try to erase that from our memories. I'm sure Okada's gotten over it, but for a while, that was a big reason why New Japan didn't want to work with TNA, because that was absolutely terrible. At the time, Young Bucks, they were known as Generation Me. in TNA, and they were among, some of the first people that embraced a young Okada in America, showed him the ropes, pun intended or not, I'll let you decide that. And, so they have a lot of history with each other, worked alongside each other in New Japan, and, when they did shows with Ring of Honor, stuff like that. So they have a lot of history, well over a decade. So seeing them work together, that's great. Like I mentioned, Okada has a lot of friends there, and the Bucks are two of those many friends. And he, I guess this also means that, he debuted as a heel. I mean, he did debut as a heel, but, depending on whether or not you watched it, you may or may not seen it. But when he came out, he attacked Eddie Kingston. Well, he showed up like he was going to help Eddie Kingston, but then hit him with the Rainmaker. And, it looks like I don't know if it was that show or another show, it might have been on Collision, that he posed with the Continental Championship belt. So it looks like they're building up for a feud between him and Eddie Kingston. On top of that, it looks like they're going to do a program between Okada and Pac as well. I call him Pac because I'm a Tupac fan, and when I see PAC, I just say Pac. You also have X-Pac. You know what I'm saying? When Pac was a double champion, you know what I'm saying? I call him Tupac. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. Y'all probably can follow me on that. But anyway, so as of right now, how he's being used in AEW, I think it's cool. He's being used in the way I thought he would be used, so it's not really anything out of the norm from what I expected how he would be treated and used in AEW. So, feuding with Pac, feuding with Eddie Kingston, who knows what's down the line for him. Him versus somebody different. I know eventually they're probably going to do Jay White and Ospreay again, and if Kenny Omega is ever clear to come back, him and Kenny. I really would like to see Ospreay. I'd like to see Okada versus Swerve, and I really want to see Okada versus Samoa Joe. I think those matches in particular could be some matches that I don't know if anyone else would be thinking about, but I think those could be really great. So, from the outside looking in, at first I was kind of like, man, why would Okada go to AEW? I wanted him to go to WWE, but what I think may have influenced his decision to go there, again, this is just speculation because I don't know that man personally, never met him or anything like that. And even if I did, it doesn't mean I would know him personally. But anyway, WWE has a far more grueling schedule for him. Okada, I believe he's married. He definitely has a woman. I don't know his relationship status, married or not, but he also has a new kid, you know what I'm saying, a very young child. So I would imagine that, having to move his family to the U.S., especially with such a young child, and his woman is fairly prominent in Japan. Like she works in media. I don't know exactly like if she's considered a celebrity or not over there or anything like that. But from what I understand, she is rather fairly prominent at the very least in Japan. So it would be a lot. He's not just a single guy without a family or anything like that. He has a lot. He has to think about. He has people depending on him, stuff like that. So all those things being considered, I understand why he would choose AEW, at least, right now at the time. Who knows what the future holds. I'm not sure if he's still based in Japan or if he moved to the U.S. If I'm not mistaken, he mentioned moving to the U.S. at some point. But even with that, the more relaxed schedule of AEW is probably, better for him and his family right now. You know what I'm saying? And whatever number he got, I'm sure he's making it rain. He is the rainmaker after all, so I know they aren't, he's getting paid. That's what matters for him and his family right now. So hats off to him, for making the decision that, made the most sense to him and his family. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you, me, all of us watching this stuff, we're just fans of this stuff, right? Like, these wrestlers are real live people. They got real life responsibilities on magnitudes greater than most of us, I would imagine, based off of, who they are and their line of work and whatnot. So they have to make the decision that, make the most sense for them. So hats off to him, man. And I'm sure he'll make the most of it. I'm not too worried about it. Of course, I would love to see how he would wrestle in WWE, but we'll see if that ever happens. But, you know, right now, you know, as long as they keep on, if they keep him on this trajectory, I think it'll be straight. But what do you guys think of this? Are you looking forward to Okada in AEW? Are you surprised he went to AEW? Are you disappointed? Did you wish he went to WWE? Whatever it is, let me know what you think in the comments. And once again, as another reminder, do not ever take this stuff more seriously than the wrestlers do. I promise you, they don't know any of us exist, so don't get too caught up in your own opinion. So with that being said, let me know what you think in the comments. Be good. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to your boy D Prime 215. As always, thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all. And you know, we'll see what's next for the Rainmaker. All right, till next time. Peace.